are here. And even while we're working to make city government more accountable and efficient and increase efficiency, we've also made a deliberate and consistent effort to think about the future and to invest in our long-term growth and stability. And that certainly includes Brooklyn big time. We're proud that the $500 million modernization of Kings County Hospital, the biggest project in our public health systems, is moving towards completion. We're excited that the new 1,600-seat high school that the Sunset Park community has been waiting for so long is on course for classes in the year 2009. We're thrilled that the Brooklyn's Children's Museum is putting the final touches on its $46 million expansion. There'll be a grand opening or reopening next spring. We're committing $50 million to renovate McLaren Pool in Greenpoint and $40 million to restore Dreyer Offerman Park here in Coney Island. And Marty and our administration has teamed up to help fund 2 new great outdoor ice skating rinks in Prospect Park, which is a big demand for. And Marty, one will be for you to skate in and one will be for me to skate in. The good news, in addition to these investments by the city, is that private investment is also up big time in Brooklyn. For the 3rd year in a row, Brooklyn is setting the pace among the 5 boroughs for new housing permits. And today, more people, some 426,000 men and women, work at jobs located in Brooklyn, more people that are working in Brooklyn any time since the year 1975. And that was the first year that the Labor Department started keeping figures, so maybe it was even earlier than that. Brooklyn's economic future really does continue to soar. In fact, the New York Post last Thursday had the headline exactly right. Brooklyn reaches for the skies. And it was a story describing the nearly $10 billion in projects that are being shepherded by the Downtown Brooklyn Partnership and that will transform Brooklyn's skyline in the next 5 years. And they include more than 14,000 new apartments, 1,800 new hotel rooms, 3.2 million square feet of office and retail space, a Frank Gehry designed home for Brooklyn's new NBA franchise, and at its heart, the BAM Cultural District that will be a vibrant performing and visual arts mecca. And all of it adds up to having the most exciting new city center in the nation, and one that will produce more than 50,000 new jobs right here in Brooklyn. In good old-fashioned Brooklynese, who would have thunk it? Brooklyn's renaissance also extends well beyond the downtown area. In Greenpoint, Williamsburg, some 2,400 units of new housing are underway or on the way, with thousands more to come. New residential and commercial development is coming to a long dormant stretch of 4th Avenue in Park Slope. New retailers are bringing better shopping and new jobs throughout the borough, including the new IKEA in Red Hook that will open this spring. And Bedford-Stuyvesant's Fulton Street is seeing really a big comeback as well. Now, in these communities, growth is coming from private development, not government programs. And private investment is flowing because, as I described in a speech to the Manhattan Institute last week, city government has worked with local communities to cast off outdated zoning restrictions and where they are needed to target investment improvements, infrastructure improvements, and amenities that make neighborhoods once again attractive to developers. It is a winning formula, and we've certainly shown that, one that's working all across Brooklyn and also in Port Morris in the Bronx, Long Island City, and other communities. And now it is going to revitalize Coney Island as well. We're confident that it will lead to $2.5 billion in private investment over the next 10 years in Coney Island and create more than 3,000 new permanent jobs and 20,000 construction jobs in this community over the next 30 years. And working together, we can make all of that happen. And what I want to talk about is how we're going to do it. When people around the nation or the world hear the words Coney Island, they think of fun in the sun, of beaches and boardwalks and bumper cars on the Brooklyn shoreline. And just as Marty said, there's a lot of history behind those images. Coney Island's fabled history as America's first and biggest urban amusement park. Well, today, Coney Island certainly remains a popular warm weather destination. This summer, it did draw nearly 9 million visitors. But we all recognize that Coney Island isn't just what it could